going on, everybody?
Call Jordan.
He said, "Oh, Jordan, what's going on?" Yeah.
Another day, another day. Owen Sherman is calling me. To voicemail he goes. Send him
Dick.
voicemail.
Hey.
What? I didn't do it. All right.
Why y'all sound?
So, what are we starting with tonight, Lilo?
Any lately deals? Let's do a recap or something, or we can talk about what we think next. What will be next for our teams? What we like,
Well, we all know Owen wants. Can't hear you, Dick.
You can't hear who? Drop it, come back.
You can't hear us?
Some damn glasses.
Oh, must be. Okay, I'm going
You
to.
do sound a little low.
Me? I haven't changed anything on my setup, so everything was like it was the other night when we did it. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me create a banner. Let me see. You hear now? Owen. I don't think he can hear us.
It ain't the
Owen. He can't hear us. Technical difficulties.
I can't hear you.
Why can't you hear us?
You got
We can hear you just
Bluetooth
fine.
on or something, bro. You sure they ain't hooked up to your glasses?
Owen. I don't know what he's doing. Guess we shouldn't have went live until we figured out that he didn't tell us he couldn't hear.
No, I can hear you guys. I can hear you now.
You can hear us now.
Yeah,
Good.
I had my shit on mute. I got tired. I got tired of listening. I got tired of listening to Jordan.
Unreal.
Good way to F up the intro and shit, Owen.
Yeah, Owen messed us up. Now we're gonna have to restart.
Take two.
Well, of course you would
Boo.
leave. Hey, don't you get me started on that.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see.
I like your banner down there. You should put a couple teardrops on each side.
No, they're just a shady team. You don't need teardrops. You don't need no teardrops when it is the truth.
It's not the truth. If they did all that before the start of the new year.
It is
Nothing was signed.
well, but
Get your take on it, Owen. Yeah, go on in.
Okay, here's my take.
Get your roll off on the.
Nothing is official until he passes physical. He didn't pass the physical, so it wasn't official. Every team does it. Why would you take on a player who can't pass the physical? That's stupid to spend that much money on a player and not pass the physical. So yeah, they did the right thing.
Yeah,
And
but
there's nothing shady about it. The teams do it all the time.
But you're overlooking the fact that they failed the physical because they found out that Trey Hendrickson would come and join them.
But do you know that for a fact?
Yes.
Is there solid evidence that points towards it, or did he fail the physical and be like, well, we can't have him, so we'll sign somebody else?
But you look at it, he had meniscus surgery. The Ravens had all the facts. They knew he wasn't going to pass a physical. Hell, I wouldn't pass a physical right now.
But his agent said he was ahead of schedule, right?
He's ahead of schedule. That doesn't mean he can pass a physical. If you break your leg, the doctor's going to say, "Oh, you're ahead of schedule on your recovery." That doesn't mean you can pass a physical.
Look at it this way. Say that I offer you $100,000 to come to work, but at first you got to pass the physical. You don't pass that physical, and and I say, "Well, I can't hire you." That's the same situation.
No.
It is. It absolutely is. What's different about it?
I have a medical issue right now. I'm telling you, hey, Owen, I cannot pass a physical.
But did Crosby tell them that?
Yes. Every team that was looking at trading for him had the information he can't pass a physical. Every team. That is
or were the Raiders shady and saying, well, he could pass a physical?
No, it's out there. It's literally public information. They're saying he can't pass a physical. He had meniscus surgery in January.
So I mean, what's so shady about it? It's business. It wasn't the start of the new year.
In the NFL, it's a gentleman's handshake agreement. Hey, we're going to agree to do this. Then they find out, oh, hey, we can get Trey Hendrickson. Let's just cancel fail his physical, even though we know he's going to fail it.
Business is business, though, you know.
It's just shady.
They just got to look for every team's going to look for a way to win.
Do you think that's going to hurt them from making trades with any other teams? Like
that depends on who they trade though from each other team. But if it's like a 7th round pick or whatever, I'm sure it's not going to affect them any. But if they're going to trade big names, it may.
Well, it's going to hurt them as far as trading and as free agency. A guy's going to be like, I don't want to go there. They're shady. They're going to screw me over on my deal. Why would you go there? Because they're known for doing that.
Okay. Now you go back and saying, okay, I'll pay you this much depending on if you pass the physical or not. And that's pretty much, like I said, it goes back to business. If you pass this physical, I'll give you this contract and this much money.
It would have been completely different, and I feel completely different about it if Max didn't have meniscus surgery in January and there was actually something wrong with his knee. That is completely different.
Like if he had setbacks or something?
Well, no, like say he ended the year last year, he had no meniscus injury, but then the Ravens gave him a physical and they found that there's some knee issue that's going to cause him missing games in the future. Yes. Then
you don't know if they gave him a bare minimum physical. Hey, walk up these steps within this amount of time or whatever, and you couldn't do it. I mean,
well, you have a meniscus injury, any kind of knee injury, you're not going to be able to do it. But what I'm saying, the Ravens knew about the surgery, about the issue. But what I'm saying is if he was completely healthy and he went there and they actually found something structurally wrong with his knee to give them an actual reason to fail it, then I 100% I agree.
If they would have done this on Monday after 4 p.m. or Wednesday after 4 p.m., I would have had a problem with it, but it was not the start of the new league. So therefore, nothing is ever set in stone until March 11th at 4 p.m. Nothing.
But it just looks very bad on them as an organization because look at how many deals were agreed to on Monday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They are the only
But
one.
those were all healthy players, though. Name one of them.
Not all of them. Not
name one
necessarily all of them.
Okay, which ones were injured back in or had surgery back in January?
I don't know. Look it up. You like to use Google.
I'm waiting for you to answer me, though.
I don't know. I'm not using Google. What I'm saying is not every player was 100% healthy. You're not always 100%.
But most of them were healthy. But most of them were healthy, right?
Most of them.
So I mean that's a good deal, right?
And I'm sure if they had an issue, they let teams know. Just like the Raiders let the Ravens know, hey, he has an issue. He had surgery. He's not going to go past
if any other team wanted him, they have a chance to get him. But no other teams have questioned about him. No other team have sought him right now. So I mean, what does that tell you? Well, I mean, who did the Ravens screw over? What team did the Ravens screw over with him?
The Raiders.
That was because of
he was initially with the Raiders.
I mean, a lot of teams. The Cowboys could have got him. The Bears.
The Cowboys never wanted him after the 2 first-round picks.
That's what I'm saying, though. But since that came out, teams was already spent money in free agency and went and got
Jerry Jones
an edge or something like that. So it took them out. Now we got a
first. I think he was going for first. The second, Owigiaza. For
that was a player that got traded to the next day or something that they a player that they was looking for to trade into package and a deal for Crosby, and then he got traded to the Ravens and they traded that player to the 49ers or somebody.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? That's what.
But the Raiders wanted 2 first-round picks. They didn't want nothing to do with that second-round pick or a player. And the Cowboys didn't want nothing to do with the 2 first-round picks. So, technically,
Brody. Yeah, the price will go down. It's definitely gonna go down a little bit. Well, he might just stay. We talked about it, last time.
I think he's going to stay. To be honest, I think
if he stayed, it's going to help the team. That's a big jump.
I think there's going to be some people reconstructing their contracts so he can stay.
Oh, it's like I told D'Lo last time while you weren't here. I think there will be some karma added to the Ravens for being how the Ravens were. Whether you say it's okay that they did this or not.
What part of that was set in stone?
You have to think about it. It's the NFL. It's a gentleman's agreement. You don't back out of a deal like this just because. No, you don't back out of a deal like this just because you get cold feet and you realize another guy will come sign with you. You don't do that. It's a handshake agreement. Hey, this is going down.
That's not how business works, though. It's not a handshake agreement. It's paperwork.
They are the only team out of how many hundreds of deals were done since Monday.
So let's talk about the Vikings when they backed out of that
deal. It's completely different.
I don't know. It's not. They did the same thing. I don't care if it was a 6th-round pick, 7th-round pick, 5th-round pick. They still backed out of the deal.
Yes, because he was actually overweight. The Raiders knew this. They released him. They were going to release him anyway. And they're like, "Oh, hey, a team's going to give us."
Then why did the Vikings want him if they already knew he's overweight?
He was a young former second round pick. Why not take a
player? Y'all talking about again?
Oh, he's that conditional 7th round pick that the Vikings traded the Raiders for a defensive tackle. It's not even in the league anymore because he was overweight. He still hung up on that.
You can't sit there and hate on one team for doing it when your team did the exact same things.
It is 100. It is 100% different. The Raiders knew, or the Ravens knew, Max could not pass a physical. That was for 2 first-round draft picks. What the Vikings did was a conditional. So he probably had to make it through training camp and play a certain amount of snaps before a 7th-round pick was even going to happen.
But they still backed out. That's just what I'm.
They didn't back out. The Raiders knew he was out of shape and overweight. The Vikings knew that, and they didn't realize how bad it was. I read up on it, and then the Raiders were going to release him regardless. They ended up releasing him. You're out, nothing.
Well, what are the Raiders?
the Ravens are notorious. They've done this 3 times since 2016 where they've offered big deals to guys and then, oh, he failed his physical.
And it all happened before the new league, right? New year,
No.
the new league year,
No.
right?
No.
When
No.
have they backed out? Because this happened before March 11th, so therefore,
This did.
We-
Yes, this one
it's
did. The
yeah,
other
this
ones
one
it's
did.
didn't.
100% illegal. I mean, 100% legal to do.
I'm not saying it's not legal. It's very frowned upon and shady as a team. You do
Based
not
on
use it.
based on one's opinion.
Everybody.
But Owen, you don't think that it had an effect on the league though?
I mean, who did it have effect on?
Like
Nobody's
the remaining of the free agency and the trades and the draft and
No, not really. I mean, he's still a free agent. I mean, he's still capable of going to other teams. Nobody's picked him up yet. Nobody's even talked to the Raiders about getting him. So, I mean, what team did it affect? Who's talked to the Raiders about signing him since the Ravens backed out?
he said that he's staying with the Raiders.
Exactly. That's my point.
But
He's not going nowhere. He's staying with the Raiders, so it doesn't affect any team. It's not like he's out of a team. And I'm sure they'll do a couple players reconstructing their contract to make him
the teams
finish.
that was in form already, that's what I mean by affecting the league. The teams that tried to, like, once it came out that they was gonna trade them, them teams that wanted them, that was going, could have
you guys
forget it. Oh, 2 first rounds, okay.
you would have
Them
done
teams
the
now they
Bears
made other moves.
like Chicago spent all their money. They went elsewhere. Dallas spent their money and traded for other guys.
Dallas was never going to do it, not for 2 first rounders.
You
And
don't
what Dallas was willing to trade, they didn't want it. They didn't want to do it. The Raiders did not want to do it.
Well,
It's over and done, and
The Raiders wanted 2
it
first
kind
round
of
picks.
died down, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really been seeing too much about it. But the Raiders keeping him is big. The Raiders traded him away for 2 first round picks. Would help this, help this roster a lot. What they trying to do?
Oh,
But I mean, all this does, it doesn't hurt the Raiders at all because it's going to improve their defense.
It's gonna improve their defense though. But they was signing and making them moves as if that Crosby's salary was not going to be back on the books. You get me?
They have $40 million in cap space right now, and so
look,
if they
it could have been more, but you add now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Now we got 30 plus or 25 plus to deal with extra since we done got rid of the Max Crosby contract. So we moved that and opened up more caps. Oh, nope.
But they already signed there, but they want to sign in free agency. So go to the draft and pick up what you need and get them on rookie deal. The cap space.
But coming at,
I mean, and half those, and they may drop some. The people they signed, they may drop because they may not, for competing. They may not have made it through training camp or whatever. They may have for injuries, anything. They can take that big time they signed and just drop him. Just release him because he didn't make it through. He didn't meet their expectations. It happens all the time.
well, not on the deals that the Raiders signed. Those were big, big deals.
so Jordan,
What?
somebody's got a quarterback. Somebody's got a quarterback.
He's about your size, isn't he? He's a little
No,
short.
I'm probably taller.
Yeah.
No, we probably how tall?
He's like 5'10", 5'11".
No, he about taller than me then. But yeah, you predicted it. You called it when we did our trade and release or sign.
Just plug it into the black controller, buddy. Black one. Black cord.
So yeah, you called
Yeah,
the
that one.
Kyler to Minnesota.
Now in the NFC North, NFC North, there is now 3 number 1 overall starting quarterbacks. And Williams, Goff, and now Murray.
So what you think about the signing, bro? You talked about it before though, but now that it's official, what's your take on it?
I'm happy. I think it's going to be fun to watch this year.
I got a question.
He got
Hold on, wait, hold on.
He got a no tag clause in his
I seen
contract.
that.
So that's just pretty much he doesn't want to be, franchise tagged. I don't think they can transition tag him, or maybe they can. The transition tag was like what Danny Dimes got this last year.
They can't do either one. What I saw.
Okay.
On
Well,
ESPN.
and that's kind of what I thought. They weren't going to be able to tag him, which is fine. For 1 year, I think it'll be fun. They are, they're returning pretty much the whole offensive line, the receiving core. I mean, when Murray had D Hop and all those guys in Arizona, he said, I forgot what I was saying. My kid's on the top bunk.
So I have a question for you, Jordan. You've been to the Viking Stadium, right? A couple times.
Yep.
Is there a GameStop anywhere outside the Viking Stadium?
No. No. But you look at what Christian McCaffrey was. People always said he was injury prone, not committed. Look what happens when you get traded from a horrible franchise to a good franchise.
Yeah, I mean, McCaffrey's only been injured once or twice since he's been with the 49ers, I believe.
Yeah, well, he missed pretty much the whole year 2 years ago.
Achilles, I believe, wasn't it?
But other than that, he was, injured all the time in Carolina. And then he gets to San Francisco and he doesn't miss a game for like 2 or 3 years. Let him in. But another thing, he's on this 1 year deal. He's going to want to come in and be the best quarterback he can be, to whether the Vikings sign him to a contract, the Rams, whoever, he's going to want that huge deal, the record-setting deal. So, I mean, really, it's a win-win for both, because he's going to have to play to the best of his abilities, or he's a backup for the rest of his career.
So with that being said, or you think that KOC is going to be like, well, hey, you're starting, or is he going to make him compete with McCarthy?
I think for Murray to come here, I think he had to have some guarantees, because he could have also went to Pittsburgh. I think he had to have had some guarantees to, hey, you're the week 1 starting quarterback, unless you get hurt. Because from what I read, the Rams were also interested if Stafford were to retire. They were also interested in Murray. But the Steelers were a good option as well, just for who they have offensively with getting Pittman, and they have Metcalf now. So I think regardless, it'll work out for both sides, whether he's there for a year or if he's the guy for the next 5 or 6 years.
But what do you think about Minshew being in Arizona? Do you think he'll do a decent job, or
no? No.
You think he'll be like
the Arizona Cardinals? The Arizona Cardinals will have the number 1 pick next year.
Yeah, they're a long way, man.
And they are going to draft Arch Manning. And he will be throwing.
I thought he was in this year's draft, because he skipped last year.
No, Arch is only a sophomore. I mean, he could. I think he redshirted his. I mean, he could, but no, he went back to Texas.
I personally think the battle will be between the Jets and the Cardinals for first round.
I just don't think the Jets are going to be as bad as what people think they are. I mean, they're going to be bad, but the Cardinals, I think, are purposely trying to lose.
Trying to tank to get first round.
I mean, first a bit like the Jets. Gino. I would have taken Gino. It's like what's that guy's name that was on here a couple weeks ago? The
Oh, you know
Keynes.
about
Haynes.
Yeah.
Is that what you call him? Yeah, he
Yeah.
was saying, oh, Gino led the league a couple years ago in passing, and he's but playing
but
for the
he
Lakers.
he also had a better offense though when he was with Seattle.
Well, he did. But the Jets, he's going to have Brees Hall. He's going to have Garrett Wilson. They have that
Brees Hall?
wide receiver.
No, never mind. That was somebody else.
Oh.
But,
So, I mean, he's going to have the guys. I mean, they just need someone to kind of like run that and be an adult in the room. You look at what they've had the past couple of years. Aaron Rodgers is cooked. He'll probably come back one more year for the Steelers, but regardless, I think Gino is going to do hopefully good things. I'd like to see good things. I like Gino.
Yeah, I like to see him succeed too, but I highly doubt he's going to do it on the Jets.
Well, I just like to see it as like, that's where he started his career. That's where he couldn't get it done. I would like to see him end his career and get it done. I'm not saying win a Super Bowl, but just make him relevant again. Just 9, 10 wins, because that division really is kind of, I don't think there's a dominant, the Bills, sure. Patriots are getting there. I think they were a year too early this last year. Dolphins aren't going to be very good, I don't think. But
I think the Dolphins will be all right.
there's a lot of questions around what, who they're going with for their quarterback. I don't know if I would pay that much money for Malik Willis in the short amount of games he's played.
Yeah.
But I still think that Green Bay was a better team with Willis than Love.
They won't ever
Yeah,
get Love.
the offense and the coaching
They got
is
Love
from
on that
Green
contract.
Bay, so they seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? They
Yep,
seen
yep.
a lot of them.
So I do think, and I was on here past couple of years that I think Green Bay was a better team with Willis than Love. I just don't think I don't think Love's a good quarterback.
No.
But I was thinking about this. How many Love sat for what, 4 years?
Yeah,
Is that how long
3 or 4 years
sat
behind.
you look at every quarterback in this draft other than Fernando Mendoza is older than what JJ McCarthy is right now.
They older than JJ. That's what you said.
Every quarterback in this draft other than Fernando Mendoza is older than JJ McCarthy. And there's not very many quarterbacks that are going to go high, but he's only 20. I think he just turned 23. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's done, but he could be a guy that needs to sit for 4 years before he gets it. I don't know. Time's going to tell, but by then, maybe he'll actually be considered a vet and KOC can actually do something with him. But I have heard there has been like 3 teams that have called on McCarthy. The Rams, Browns, and Chargers have all called on McCarthy.
I'm curious as to why. For a backup?
Well, the Rams would be for their future. The Browns would be for competing with Shador. And Chargers, hard telling because Herbert seems to poop his pants when he gets to the playoffs. He does.
He always hurt, man.
But time will tell what'll happen with that. 3 years from now, he could be the guy. What?
Yeah, it's nice to see what KOC can do with a quarterback with some wheels like Murray, man.
Well, he's never had a guy. he's never had a guy that has wheels.
Yeah.
Darnold was a pocket
I would,
passer.
I would question that with Cousins. Cousins could run.
No,
Not like
No.
Kyler Murray.
No, not like
Cousins
Murray, but he,
Cousins is a statue. Cousins is almost
Yeah.
as worse as Brady. Cousins cannot move
Yeah,
at all.
Cousins will go out there if nobody right there, and then probably maybe he'll get the first or
But-
close to it. We talking about like Murray and
like
Lamar.
like like the elusiveness. I mean, any quarterback, if they have open, can usually get 10 yards. But
kind of like Lamar Jackson.
yeah, like a Lamar. But like he's never. I think the only quarterback that he's been around that was considered mobile would have been Johnny Manziel. That's the only quarterback that he's been around and coached that is considered mobile.
I guess I never really watched. I guess he wasn't in enough games to tell. But was McCarthy mobile at all? Or was he kind of like? I know he ran.
No, he is quick. I would kind of consider him, I guess, kind of like Caleb. Not like blazing fast, but he's
But KOC
like a
didn't
Josh
have enough
Allen.
games. Yeah, KOC didn't have enough games with him to actually, you know what I'm saying, to actually see.
He was getting hurt, so you can't really do anything with him. But that is the thing with Murray, was he sitting out all these games. I mean, I think one year he had an ACL issue in Arizona, but like last year, was he purposely kind of sitting out these games because it was Arizona and he is just kind of out on them? Kind of like some other, like McCaffrey in Carolina. He just out. He just doesn't want to risk his body for.
Yeah.
We're never going to know a lot of these things, but I think you're crazy for taking that 6-11 bet. I think Caleb thinks you're crazy.
I have confidence, though.
I don't know. They're returning pretty much everyone on the defense, minus their 2 defensive tackles that weren't a factor last year. They returned Brian Flores. They finished with the third overall defense.
Okay, say Kyler Murray gets hurt in the first 3 games, okay? And JJ McCarthy goes back in there. You think they'll still win more than six games? Because you got your own division. You got the Lions. You have Green Bay. Then you have the Bears as well, and all 3 of them have pretty good stout defenses.
Yeah, he had a winning record as a starter last year.
But he didn't play all those games, though.
The games he played, he had a winning record.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. He'll be a year older. He'll be a year, it's another year of developing. And I don't think
He's not
the
bad, bro.
I mean, the Vikings could be kind of doing the whole comp game like they did with Darnold. Obviously, they should have re-signed Darnold, but maybe their plan is to sit McCarthy for another year, develop him for another year, start Murray, let Murray walk, and get that 3rd-round comp pick. We don't know what's going on. That could be an option. I would find it weird if they would re-sign Murray to a huge deal unless he, put up ungodly amounts of stats and started every single game. But we're never gonna know. I just give my
schedule doesn't come out till May, anyways. May 5th, I believe.
Yeah, but we already know who they play.
Yeah, well, within their division, yes. I don't. So we know the whole schedule who they play right now.
No, we know every team. Every team, we know who they play. We just don't know when.
And you guys have a couple overseas games, don't you?
I don't think they have any. Well, I guess we don't know that because the schedule's not released
Well,
yet.
it already mentioned that Dallas has an overseas game this year.
But with Minnesota having 2 back-to-back last year, I'd be surprised if they had any this year. But they went 1-1 in those games last year. But it would just surprise me. It's kind of like all the You just take your turn going overseas. Chicago, it's been a while since they've been overseas, hasn't it, D'Lo?
I think they went over last year.
I think Caleb rookie year we played the Jaguars
Okay, so I mean, you were off last year. It could be your turn this year.
in London or something.
Could be your turn this year. I did hear that we were talking about the NFL was talking about going somewhere else new this year overseas. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know they trying to open it up and add more.
And that's where Dallas is going because I do.
Last year was Ireland for the first time with Minnesota and Pittsburgh. And I thought they were talking somewhere else, but I mean, hold on, and I can't wait for the schedules to drop because I will start working on the schedule predictions. But
Melbourne, the Dallas Cowboys are going to Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah, in Australia.
Huh.
And the other one is in Paris. The New Orleans Saints will play a home game in France, and the Los Angeles Rams will host will host a game in Melbourne.
So the home opponents, you got the Bears, Lions, Packers, of course, Falcons, Panthers, Bills, Dolphins, Commanders, Saints, Bucks, Patriots, Jets, Niners. It's not that bad. The only team that really scares me on the road would be the Niners. Jets, Patriots.
I got that wrong. The Cowboys will be playing in Brazil this year.
Okay. They played there before, or the NFL has.
Yeah. So they'll be playing an 8 a.m. game, which means I got to get up early.
But yeah, I think it'll be an interesting year. They kind of do. I kind of expect them to do what the Vikings do. They kind of win double-digit games every other year. Since Cousins came here, it's every other year they're good, and then they don't make the playoffs. So they'll be a playoff team this year. They're probably not going to win anything, but they'll be back. Okay, Owen, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did the Cowboys trade for Rashawn Gary when he was going to be released?
The only answer I have for that is Jerry. That's all I got.
Well, D'Lo and I were kind of talking about that. I wasn't sure but the only thing I can think of is they wanted him on his current deal because he was going to get something bigger in free agency. I don't know.
Probably to keep him away from a rivalry.
Yeah, that's because as soon as he was released, they could teams would come swooping in to try to get him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean
Dallas offers this much money, then the Seahawks come in to offer this much money, or the Eagles come offer this much money. So where's he going to go? The place with the most money. Versus if he gets traded, if he's still on contract with Green Bay say, hey, we'll trade you this guy instead of releasing him, and you take his contract, and it's a guarantee for us. We're guaranteed to get him.
Y'all doing too many trades with Green Bay, bro. I'm gonna need for y'all to slow down on that. Call Jerry, or
no, I'm okay with it because I mean, really, other than them giving us Parsons, we're giving them Parsons, who tore his ACL. What have they really given Green Bay to make them better?
Well, they had Diggs there for a while, but he's out. He's already out.
They're just taking all their picks.
That's it. I'm calling Roger.
You can call Roger all you want.
So where do you think Diggs will end up?
Oh, he'll probably retire. He's at that age now.
Do you think
I'm
Stephon will retire?
Oh, I think Stephon will go somewhere. He's not cooked yet. He's got another year or two in him.
A sneaky team would probably be Tampa Bay, since they lost Mike Evans.
or Denver. I still think he'd be a good fit for Denver. They need someone.
I pretty much heard that AJ Brown to the Patriots is a done deal.
Done deal. And they added Romeo
In the
Dobbs. So
coming
they're
weeks.
they added
Yeah,
Romeo
he's a
Dobbs.
Patriot
So
now.
they're really trying to amp up on offense.
I can't believe Green Bay let him go.
Well, I don't think he's good, but he's not a number one wide receiver. I
Well,
don't
he
think.
has a big ass Jetson hat on all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
Green Bay probably wasn't going to offer him that much money.
No,
Anyway.
so I mean, they're going to go out and get AJ Brown, have AJ as the 1, and then Dobbs as the 2.
You think that the Patriots are going to get AJ Brown?
That's what D'Lo just said. He's pretty much heard it's all but done.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
I think they're done with him. I think they're after last year.
I heard that, and I heard that Philly wasn't trading him though. But after last season, like you gotta trade him, you know.
I have
Like
heard
if he go to the off season, like training camp and shit, all that, bro, it's gonna be a problem. If you don't trade him, it's gonna be a problem in the locker room. So you
look at it's kind of like Diggs. You need to once he outstays his welcome, you need to just let him go. But
Yeah.
I have heard the Vikings and the Eagles have been talking trade for Jonathan Greenard over the past couple week or so. So I think they're kind of just waiting to see what happens with all these other.
Well, I just read this right here that 2 days ago they said that they're not trading AJ Brown at this time.
Well, the Raiders also said they're not going to trade Max Crosby, and they're trading him.
Yeah, I said that. Are you hearing that? And you hearing that? You know, because he was just on the Grunk and Edelman podcast. And you know how he do when he go on podcasts. He throw little hints like during the season. But yeah, the Eagles say they not trading him though. But why would you want to bring him back? And he gonna be a cancer to the locker room out the gate. He probably don't even show up to camp.
I bet he
probably don't show up.
So with that being said, where do you think that Ayuk will go? You think he'll just be done?
No, now that's somebody I like to see in Denver. He either go to Denver or the Commanders, because him and Daniels was college buddies or some shit.
And then you also have what's his face there? He used to be a 49er.
No, he a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent now?
Debo?
Yeah, Debo.
Is he a free agent?
Yep.
Where do you think he'll go?
To the Chiefs.
Well, if he goes to the Chiefs, that'll be a pretty good leverage.
I don't know. It's crazy you ain't been hearing too much of Tyreek Hill.
No, I think with his injury and stuff, I think he's just healing right now.
His injury was bad. He might be done.
Yeah.
He might be an in-season signing, huh?
Yeah,
he could be for a contender that's injury riddled at wide receiver. But he tore his ACL and dislocated his kneecap, I think, or something.
I thought he broke his leg and did that.
I may be wrong. Tore his ACL for sure. I know that.
You know, since the Bears missed out on Crosby and a couple of other pass rushers, it's a name out there that I wouldn't be mad at a 1-year deal. Rotation or a starter piece, a vet. Could you guess?
He's a free agent?
Yeah, free agent.
How old is
30, 36.
36. The guy I was thinking of was Silas Campbell, but he's almost 40.
Who?
Silas Campbell or whatever his name is.
Oh, Man,
You know who
he
I'm
back
talking about?
into the bit. Yeah, he's still.
Yeah, he's almost.
He old, but he's still
Yeah.
playing good.
He might be 40. But no, 36. Who'd he play for?
He
Who'd he
played
play
for the
for?
Saints, bro. That's giving it away.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cam Jordan.
Damn.
Oh, I forgot he was a free agent.
Do you think that the Saints will get rid of their wide receiver?
Olave,
Yeah, Olave and their running back.
Kamara, whatever. He probably gone. The Saints, they building something decent over there with that little quarterback. And Kellen Moore, you know what I'm saying? They found something late, you know.
So I do
So
have a
they sneaky.
question.
They sneaky, but they're gonna be sneaky good, bro. Again, and they ended the season like on a nice little win streak.
Yeah,
Something that teams need to take into the offseason, build off that, and start. So yeah, the Saints gonna be good. So no, they ain't trading Olave. He a dog. He can be like something like JSN was to the Seahawks. You get me?
Hold on, let me find it. I got a question.
But yeah, Cam Jordan played with Dennis Allen before. He know the defense, and you know, hit or miss 1 year deal.
Okay.
Then draft the edge or something or a tackle.
So, if the Titans do not take Jeremiah Love at number 4, how far does Jeremiah Love fall?
he'll go to the first round.
Well, I know that, but
I think if he doesn't go number 4, let me see what's going on here.
because I mean, I have heard
the order again.
I have heard the Giants are at 5, that they have some interest, but they still have Scadaboo. They might not want to move off. I don't know, but if he makes it past 4 and 5, how far does he fall? Because
I think if anything, he'll get drafted between 9 and 12. So either between Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys in the first round.
I think
Yep.
the Commanders could get him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Commanders don't have a dude, do they?
He can go 7 or 8 for real.
Oh, they just signed
But-
ETN.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. No man on that. I forgot
So like you've
about
got you got the Saints that signed ETN, Chiefs signed Walker, the Bengals already have crap. Can't remember his name, but they have a guy. The Dolphins got HN. The Cowboys just re-signed Williams. The Rams have Corum and
Williams.
Williams.
But they could. But like I said, when you name all these off, the Bengals can sign him and have him sit for a year. The Miami Dolphins can too, have him sit behind the chain.
Have who sit for a year?
Jeremiah Love? No, you don't draft Jeremiah Love.
If a GM do that, bro, you remember what happened to that one?
You
GM
don't with
when,
a running back. With a running back, you don't play with their career like that.
Or you share.
You remember Fisher? What was his first name? The coach.
Jeff.
All right.
Or
He
even
got
have
that team. Man, when he made that move, bro, the team left St. Louis because they lost.
But they can also split snaps too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have a guy like Jeremiah Love. He should be your first, second, and third down back. He's not going to split carries.
I see him going 7, bro.
We all know that the NFL, the college football is different from the NFL. I mean, look at Bryce Young. Look at all of them. I mean, you can't guarantee he's going to be great in the NFL either. I'm not saying he won't be. I'm not saying he won't be, but you can't put all that pressure on him right away and expect him to be great.
It happened though with Bijan.
Yeah.
He that talented though. You know what I'm saying? He can come in and make an immediate impact, the right situation. You know, I don't know about the Rams line. I think they tweaked it a little bit. I mean, not the Rams, the Commanders line. I think they tweaked it. But at 7, they don't really have a certain number one running back.
The Saints?
No, the Washington Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders. So you think they'll draft him?
Yeah. Let me see. They look at their roster, bro. They got Jacory something. No, see, yeah, he definitely.
All right, I gotta jump off, so it's on you guys to finish it out, bring it home.
That was like a third. All right.
All right.
He was like a third late round pick.
I don't think the Dallas has a second round pick at all. No, they don't. No, Dallas don't have a second round pick. They only have a first and third. They have 2 from the third and the third. Nope, 1 in the third.
Y'all got 2 firsts, don't no.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, you see the little couple of moves the Bears did. It wasn't splashy splash like I thought, but it was some decent little moves.
But with that defense, you don't need a real big splash move, anyways.
Yeah, they just got fast. They added speed to the defense, you know.
Yeah,
so that's a plus.
With that defense, you're not going to need a big splash move.
Yeah, that's a plus, man.
So I wouldn't worry about anything too big. You don't get up in your cap space and stuff like that before the draft.
Any names or that's still out there that you think the Cowboys should go after?
I personally think the Cowboys are done with free agency. I think they'll just go to the draft unless they reconstructure Dax, which I think they did already.
And they franchise Pickens, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what we really need, to be honest. Because here's what I think they do. What they'll do is they'll start Dak Prescott, Sam Howell, and Milton will be third string.
Y'all got Sam Howell, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that mug had a nice rookie year. That was I forgot all about the Sam Howell.
Yeah, he came from
the offensive line. Y'all ain't lose nobody or nothing, y'all.
And he's a North Carolina quarterback too, from the Tar Heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to jump on here and order me a jersey.
Gee, it's going crazy.
I hear Mindy in the background.
You can hear her.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This Mike picking that shit up. I'm upstairs. She down. right, man. Anything else?
No, I ain't got anything else. You guys want to shoot for Wednesday? Or maybe try Wednesday or some shit,
Yeah, that's cool with me.
and kind of recap on what we think. I mean, maybe there'll be more signings during the week.
Yeah, we could
All right, brother.
probably grade the signings from our teams. You know, all of them.
And I kind of want to go through and just kind of get an estimate. Guesstimate what our team records will be at the end of the season, and when we actually get a schedule and see how close we were to what we thought. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of get a guesstimate. Then when May hits and the schedule's out, and kind of look at the schedule, like, hey, I said we were going to go 7-10. Well, we went 7-10. I still think we're going to go 7-10. So just kind of, and eventually I want to go when all the schedule comes out. I want to go through and just kind of you do 3 teams, I do 3 teams, and he does 3 teams or whatever, and to see what the schedule. I mean, what they end up with at the end of the season, and see how close we were instead of trying to do all 32 teams. I know Jordan's going to try to do all 32 teams, but yeah, that's all I got for now.
But yeah, we could shoot for Wednesday or something. See what everybody got going on, and if it works.
All right, perfect. All right, brother.
All right, man.
I'll talk to you later.